Marooned on Triton.
Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Marooned on Triton. So, last episode, we finished up the carrier, and during that process, we realized we probably could use some more resources. So, that's going to be this episode, is resources. Well, we'll get out here to the old ice field. I'm thinking maybe 2 loads of ice, because that'll kind of set up well for the base. Maybe I just throw 1 load into the base and 1 load goes straight into the, whatchamahoo's-it? The carrier. Should probably remember what that's called. And maybe after this, go and get... I think the biggest thing I need is just a full load of magnesium. Build a whole heckin' lot of Gatling ammo. Maybe look into some of the other ammo types. And then just go from there. Am I at all straight? Maybe. I think I went too fast at some point. Which is surprising considering how slow this vehicle is. I hope the auto off system is working still. Because I'm coming up on the end. Oh boy. I kind of stalled out there. Could probably give it a little bit more oomph. Yeah, hold on a second. Drills off. Cargo filled. I mean, it should be going. Maybe I'm just not quite there yet. Oh, I need some real power. Oh, yep. There we go. Okay. Oh. Right as night falls. Perfect. I guess let's get this unloaded into the base. Maybe I do 2 loads of ice into the base. Then rig up something so I can put the last load straight into the carrier. Should also probably check and see if the carrier has any facilities for it. Because now I can't remember. I only just finished it a minute ago. I also don't quite recall this thing pulling to the right as much as it's doing, but I suppose that's not a huge worry. Just makes these short trips a little bit more annoying. Wheel power. Oh, more wheel power. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, those back wheels are a little squat. Let's force the front down ourselves with the gyroscope. Oh boy. Well, we made it back in. That's the important part. The elevator sounds happy today. I may look over the carrier real quick one more time. Where are we? Not sure why we were tipping there, but I'm sure all's fine. Yeah, I may have some ideas for some extra little bits. Maybe some more spots I can put a few more drones that I could have on, quick launch for defense versus the final assault. ice should be going into here. Yes, it is, so that'll start refilling the tank. Our batteries don't seem too bad, so that's good. Let's go ahead and get this ice offloaded manually, and then we should be ready to rock. At some point I should really start printing off some drones too. Start getting that set up. Because I'd like to know how much... Maybe I set it up. I've got what I have in storage. Print a single drone and see how much it uses. I'll have to turn off that sorting program, but that should be fine. It should help me. Well, I'm mainly concerned with making sure I have enough parts queued up for one drone. Ideally, I could have a few, the parts for a few, so that I don't have to wait on anything. I can just print off, and by the time I'm done printing off 3 drones, I have the parts for number 4 and 5 and so on. I feel like that last pass I may have drifted again a little to the right, because I feel like I'm going straight right now and very nearly falling in the hole I made. I am making a nice smooth trench behind me though. Practically no ridge left. Guess had I done this every time, I could go down in, gather deeper ice than I've been doing. Granted, I don't think I really need to worry about optimizing my ice gathering given, that. Oh, maybe last time I did this. I'm starting to remember something about changing the fill percentage. So I wonder if those previous trenches were actually a little shorter because the drills were only filling up, say, 50%. And I'd also explain my slight trouble going up the hill and tilting backwards. I don't recall this doing, though in truth that's something that sounds pretty reasonable. Okay, that should be enough ice for a little while. Go ahead and drive ourselves back up. And then I think we take a look at the carrier systems and at the very least see if we can't, stick on a connector somewhere convenient. Okay, so what did I actually put on here? So we've got cargo, got an engine, got an O2H2 generator. We have an assembler. We have our drill. Oh, right. I forgot about the drill. It'll probably be good to put a load of ice on here anyway, just so it's got some ready to go. But I should be able to use that to refuel as I drive, so... Okay, that's not as big a worry then. Now... Right, in terms of other things I need on board... It may actually be smart. I'd originally planned to just kind of take enough resources to... Changing my mind midway through having a thought. So I was thinking maybe I should put a refinery on here. That way, worst comes to worst, I can gather basic materials from stone and use that to, build or repair whatnots. But I could also... I have so many resources in the base. I could pretty easily just, bring 1,000K of iron and, a bunch of other stuff. put it into the cargo containers. Then I have my assembler here, so I can build stuff on the go if needed. So, if we go up on the deck here. So I have the survival kit up here, kind of, you know, in the bridge tower. And I'd not piped this up, partially because I didn't think I'd need it. But this can produce, if I go to the right tab, this can produce stuff from stone. If I'm in a cinch, that's all I'm going to be doing is, you know, gathering some stone by hand, throwing it in there so I can get the parts. If I pipe that up, maybe run it down here. Let's see what's under here. Wheel. Yeah, so if I run a pipe down there, bring it in, just make sure I can actually put things there, which I can. So I can run that pipe, connect it in over here. Then, if I'm in a cinch, I can always process stone. So that's probably a smart idea. Then while I'm here... So I've been giving myself 3 blocks wide of room here. Yeah, which would be enough there. I think I could also, but do that just to mark the spot. Yeah, I could fit 2 more drones up here. You know, this will be a little close to the window. But, assuming the drones are, you know, spaced so they don't hit each other when docked, which I think I measured this out at some point, I should be able to fit 2 more here. And heck, I could even put one right up here on the bow. And that takes me from, I had 10 originally. That gives me 3 more drones to play with. Do I have room? If I wanted to, I could even fit one right here. I think maybe I leave this spot open, just because it's kind of my main walkway. Eventually, I'll take down these wind turbines. They're handy now because they're charging the batteries. But when I take down those, I can add 3 more spots for drones. And if I go down here, so to connect those, I'll run similar to this side. Run all the pipes. I'll have to move that support, I suppose. I should be able to pipe up there. And maybe I could even stick another turret out that side. Maybe off of this one. So that gives me even more sort of anti-air firepower. Plus, I then have, you know, 3 more drones. Maybe I set these 3 extras. They are my, you know, my in-transit defense drones. Launch them all and let them, you know, let them take on any enemies for me. While I evasive drive the carrier. And hopefully I avoid taking any damage to the other drones. Because that's really the big thing. This whole carrier, I mean, you know, I don't want it getting destroyed. But it's going to be... There's some weird noises coming from that thing. The carrier is much more sturdy than the drones it's going to be carrying. So really, you know, if it takes a few stray shots, that's not a big deal. I just need to make sure the drones on board are fight worthy. Also, I said this was recharging, but Oh boy, is that slow. Well, let's go get that load of ice, get ice on board here. Then maybe we just fire the engines up and let them do the charging. Oh, is there a convenient way to get... Where would be the best spot for a connector? If this hole weren't here, I could try and run it down from that. Maybe I'll just try and run a pipe down from this and... it's going to be a pain to place. But that'll be a nice temporary deal, so I can drive straight up, dump ice in. Ow. Sort of forgot that that was going to hurt. Also... This is going to be too low. Maybe... Yeah, I go up to there. If I replace this with a piston, like there, it's a little close to those wheels, but I can then have my thingy off here, and I can set that to whatever height I need it. That should work. Dang it. 2 tubes short. I was hoping to at least get this built so that I could lower it down, build this easier. I guess not. Okay. Can I control that from the ground? No. Well, that's a pain. I guess I can control it through this. Maybe. Alright. So, let's just lower it down. Like there? We'll see. Oh, looks potentially good. May even want it raised. Maybe I could have done it with the pipes I was putting down originally, actually. Granted, this is much easier to, finish building. Because at least with this, all I have to do is build the one piston, and it goes as long as I need it to go. Good enough for government work. Now I guess we go and dig some more. Alright. A little hard on the landing, but that's fine. Guess we just start offloading and see what stuff goes in what. Okay, there's a bunch of connectors. That's my cargo. Small cargo container. That's gonna be a lot of ice. Good thing it has multiple small cargo containers. Forgot one large cargo container on small grid is the same size as one small cargo container on large grid. So, that's basically this entire ship now full of ice. Let's go up here and fire those engines up. Oh, look at that. The engine's fired up. So, mean, they're currently running. Batteries will be recharged fairly quick. I mean, that may be enough to get this thing going. So once the batteries are full, that's kind of all I need. Alright, let's go ahead. Cool that engine power off a bit. Motor power. Get the old ice machine parked up, and I guess on its day we'll go and do some magnesium mining. Trying to remember how this thing drives. It's a little disorienting switching sides of the vehicle. Also, it's got the little wheels. I don't quite remember choosing the little wheels, but it's designed... I probably decided this when I built this thing. It's designed to go over flat, so, you know, it doesn't really need higher clearance. Reverse our way on out of here. Hit the road to magnesium. Hello, magnesium hole. Park this here. And then... can't remember. I think I just have to do one of these. Yes. And now we mine. Why is my ejector not ejecting? I feel like that was supposed to happen. There we go. Wonder if I've not set that up in a event controller right. Minor docking. So that's gonna be those. Oh, right. So I should... so I have it so the sorters start, but I should probably have it... that's gonna be my one. So when the merge block is on, I should turn... well, I could just turn this off, right? Otherwise, turn it on. That might work. I think, yes, I have enough room to turn around. I wonder how many trips of mining this actually takes to fill up. Right. So, it'll take roughly 5 trips per cargo container. Okay, maybe I don't get a full load. Though, I guess I do need it. Maybe I should have designed a better mining machine. Ooh. But this fog doesn't help mining operations either. Good thing I have a marker to aim at that I know is roughly the surface. Hopefully I'm going to be able to find the truck when I go back. Should probably put... oh. Okay, there is a antenna on the truck. Maybe I should boost the range a bit. I feel like my... this sort of lighting thing is not helping. I mean, it's at pretty full radius. I guess it's just that my headlights aren't that useful. Maybe if I turn on my headlights, the suit lights. Now I feel like I can see something. Just couldn't tell really what I was looking at in here. See if we can get a little lower, get some of this lower deposit without, well, crashing. Yeah, this thing does not really... There's a ton of it down here. I did not design this thing to mine down. You know, that's a lot of magnesium. Sun just went down. I think I'm gonna just go. So, head on back. Get this stuff refining, and then I guess we figure out how well we can print drones. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it here for this episode. So, we've done, well, a bit of more planning on the carrier, which maybe we didn't need because, you know, in theory it was done, but things are never done, you know? Everything's a work in progress. We also have a bunch of magnesium to turn into ammo, a bunch of ice to turn into power. So I'd say we're doing pretty good all in all. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you want, consider becoming a member with that little join button down below the screen. And until next week, bye-bye.